What's up, Geminites? It's your boy GemMint. Today we're going to unbox and review a custom quarter-scale Demogoblin. This is a Spider-Man villain. This is a prototype. This is the only one that exists ever. So stay tuned. Alright, before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you hit the bell so you're notified every time I release a new video. I do a lot of statue unboxing, omnibus hauls and reviews, comic book reviews, and more. Plus, we're giving away an XM Studios Spider-Man statue, so stay tuned at the end of the video to see how to win. Alright, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get this thing out the box. Alright, let's do an aerial view on getting these pieces out. These are straps. Not Velcro, though. They're just kind of tight straps here. Alright, under the first layer, alright, so this factory likes to do a lot of homemade packing peanuts, right? It's funny, it seems like this factory is always doing capes. This is the same factory that did Spawn, the same factory that did the custom Hobgoblin. They also did Doppelganger, but he doesn't have a cape, but you know what I'm saying. So Demogoblin's got that two-tone cape. He's got that blue on the outside, and then he's got the red on the inside. Yo, that looks sick. I love how that looks. What? Come on now, that's dope. Alright, what is this little piece here? Okay, this is one of his arms with a pumpkin bomb. I love how that's sculpted in there with the fingers touching the pumpkin bomb. Cool. I should have the tongue wrapped up. That looks sick. I love the red and the yellow in the eyes. That long tongue. Kind of that snake looking tongue. Cool. Alright, here goes Demogoblin's body. Alright, here's the body. Obviously, same color scheme as the cape and the portrait. Nice. Alright, on to layer 2. Alright, so this looks like part of the base. That fire. Pops on camera, no? Alright, then he's got his fire glider. What sets him apart from the other goblins, he's really a goblin. Dang. Big, huge fire glider. That's cool, man. Alright, lastly, we have the base. Now, the base is kind of big to get on camera, but it's got a building base with some flames on top. Alright, so we have all the Demogoblin pieces on the table. We have the base. The base was kind of lightweight. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it was lighter than expected. Corner of a building. You have it engulfed in flames in the back, as you can see. And I feel like I'm doing the review already, so let's assemble this first. So this looks like it goes in the back here. Does it go this way? Let's go right here. Or is it right here? There we go. So that goes right there. All right. Then we have the fire glider. What do we got going on here? You have a key with a magnet and a peg. All right, now it looks like we can get Demo in there. He also has like a key and a peg. I'm not really getting that right foot in as flush as I would like. I mean, it probably looks good on camera, but I'm going to leave it alone for now. Let's go ahead and get his cape on. I'll tell you what, this factory knows how to do capes. The Spawn cape, that was huge. They make it lightweight, but they make it so where it doesn't come broken. Wow, that cape is impressive. All right, let's get these arms on. I actually forgot to take out one of the arms during the unboxing. All right, you got one arm there. And then let's crown it off. Wow, it's just magnetized without a key. Okay. Man, there we got Demogoblin. Yeah, this is a cool piece, man. Alright, guys, Demogoblin looks awesome. We had to frame this up a little bit, make sure that his cape is in frame. Man, he is a really impressive piece, and I got a glimpse popping on camera. First of all, I know a lot of you guys are saying, man, I know who Hobgoblin is. I know who Green Goblin is. I know who Red Goblin is. Who the hell is Demogoblin? Alright, well, check this out. Demogoblin was a demon from Limbo that during the events of Inferno, he possessed the Hobgoblin, who was Jason Macendale at the time, who he begged the demon Nastareth to basically make him a real goblin. Like, he wanted to be a real boy. So that happened in the events of Spectacular Spider-Man 147. It was written by Jerry Conway, drawn by Sal Buscema, and it was basically just a possessed Hobgoblin. It wasn't until Web of Spider-Man 86 where Hobgoblin exorcised the demon using Ghost Rider's chains, and Demogoblin became his own entity. He then became a spirit of vengeance, in a sense, hunting down sinners and punishing sinners and protecting innocents. Then he ended up teaming up with Doppelganger. Doppelganger was kind of like his little pet, who ends up selling him out for Carnage and Shriek during the Maximum Carnage storyline. Then he becomes Carnage little bitch. But that's kind of the Demogoblin in a nutshell. He's a real demon goblin. He's not some guy with a mask. He's from Limbo. He has a fire glider. He has fire pumpkin bombs. And he's kind of just one of those cool 90s characters. This was meant to be a companion piece to the Doppelganger statue and the Hobgoblin statue that was from this same studio. This was sculpted by Luciano Berruti, who also did the Doppelganger. That factory also made Spawn. So they all kind of have similar building bases, and I can't wait to get it next to the Doppelganger to see how he looks. So like I mentioned in the intro, this is the prototype. This is the only one that exists right now, and it's cool for me to get it in hand so I can kind of critique it and even give tips back to the factory on potential issues that they could fix. So let's go ahead and take some measurements first. The tallest point of Demogoblin looks like it's this cape up here. So if I go from the base to the top of the cape, it's at about 29 inches. The width is kind of hard to say. If you're looking at just the base, you're kind of like 14 inches. If you're looking at the glider, you're looking like 16 inches. Yeah, you're better off saying, to be safe, like 17 inches wide. And then the depth, you're kind of like the back of this flame. You're kind of like 14 to 15 inches. So that's the dimensions on it. Let's do a review on it. So I'm going to point out what I see as flaws first. And it looks more like in the engineering. So if you look at this flame here that goes into the back, it's kind of really noticeable with the seam there. I mean, they tried to hide it. Even where the glider plugs into that, it looks a little rough right there. I don't know if they're going to be able to get that any better or not. I also mentioned his right foot. I mean, maybe it's just I'm not doing it right, but it seems to be sticking up a little bit, and I don't want to force it in there and break something. But otherwise, I think everything else looks great. I'm really impressed with the cape. I think the arm seams. Well, this arm seam kind of has a seam there. But I think the hood seam on the head looks great. Looking at the sculpt, I mean, it's an awesome sculpt. I mean, to sculpt fire, I always found that to be impressive. Anytime you're doing like a natural element like water or fire, I like how that looks. This was actually shaved back, or this part, I think it came out even more. But the factory figured to save space, you could shave unnecessary parts down. I think that was really smart. I like the color of the flames. I like that kind of XM Studios Ghost Rider look. I'm not really into like the translucent resin stuff, so I really like how they did painted flames here. I think it looks cool. I think by now the buildings they're becoming professionals at. I mean, it looks great. It was sculpted good. It has nice intricate details in the base with the bricks there as well. And even the back broken out piece where he's kind of destroyed it. The glider is super cool to see, like a demon headed with claws fire glider. And I think where this piece really shines is his costume. I think that the colors and the details look amazing together. I love how it has ripped in his costume, and you can see his green, scaly, like reptilian type of skin. You have the pirate boots; they're all ripped apart. He's got skulls on his around his waist, on his belt, and on his chest. You got that belt buckle there. And like the inside of the cape and on the outside, the texture looks so good, man. And then the paint just really makes it pop. I love that two-tone paint. The red on the inside, the blue on the outside looks awesome. The rips in his arms look really cool. I think that the pumpkin bombs sculpted into the hands look awesome. And then the portrait, I think it looks great. I think the eyes look cool. Long tongue, snake-like tongue. And the idea with this piece was no switch outs. You get your two hands and your one head, and that's it. Because, I mean, switch outs are cool and it gives you different options, but a lot of times they're just pieces that take up space. They sit around or you leave them in the box. So this was like a minimalist approach to statues. I mean, even though it's a pretty good sized piece, as far as like having switch outs and such. I really love how dynamic this pose is too, man. With that cape, definitely looks like it's flowing in the wind there. He's got this menacing look on his face. I think it just looks amazing. Congrats to the factory for pulling this off, and the sculptor for doing a great job. I'm really impressed with it. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to fix any of those seams or not, but it's something that personally I could live with, because you're really going to have it displayed facing forward, to be honest. So I don't really see it to be too much of an eyesore. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Demogoblin statue in the comments below. You feeling it? You digging it? Or is it a hot mess? Hit the like button either way to support your boy. And if you guys want a chance at winning the XM Studios Spider-Man statue, go ahead and click on the video at the end here so that you could enter in to the 50K subscriber giveaway drawing. All you got to do is go comment on the video and be subscribed to the channel. So nothing much you got to do. And thanks for watching, you guys. As always, stay minty fresh. Peace. Alright, before I go, I had to get a shot of Demogoblin next to Doppelganger, next to Hobgoblin and Spider-Man. Kind of a little bit of a shakier cam, but man, he looks awesome with them. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Working with a little bit of a sweat, man. Open up these statues.